Hey y'all, it is Tap In Tuesday, so let's tap in. So, as I've said before, over these past couple of months, and really all the time, in the mornings when I get dressed, I listen to a word. I select a word that someone has preached over the week or even in the past, and I listen to that to help grow my spirit, man. Like I told you, I do believe that God has me in a season of growth. And so I know the only way that I can grow is that if I feed myself, because I don't need to necessarily grow in the physical. I need to grow mentally. I need to grow emotionally. And most of all, I need to grow spiritually. And so I was listening to a message that really got me to thinking. It was given one of the parables of when Jesus healed someone. Jesus changed the situation. The man went to Jesus, and Jesus, asked him. Well, the man asked him, "If you could do this thing, then do it." And so Jesus asked him, "If I could, you don't, do you believe?" And the man said, "I believe, but help my unbelief." And so the pastor was preaching and really teaching us that the two can exist at the same time. Belief and unbelief can exist at the same time. So if you're wondering which message I'm talking about, it's called Dumping Doubt by Dr. Darius Daniels. And so it really got me to thinking. I went beyond that story and started thinking about many stories in the Bible where people went to Jesus and they asked him for it and it happened. The woman with the issue of blood, she touched the hem of his garment and he was healed. Jairus, his daughter, was healed. Lazarus, he was raised from the dead. The blind man, he was able to see. The lame man was able to walk. These miracles Jesus performed, he did those things. And I really got to thinking, and even though it's 14 plus years later, I said, well, God, I did those same things. I came to you and I asked that you heal my son. I asked that you, correct the facilities of his body so that he can operate, he can breathe, he can move normally. But God, you didn't heal him in the natural. You didn't heal him the way that I asked you to heal him. You didn't heal him the way that you healed in the Bible, the way that you did things that were miraculous. You caused Peter to walk on water, God. You did some amazing. You literally caused Jesus to raise from the dead. So I know that you could have healed my son. And so my question became, what about me? What about mine? What about my family? Why can't you operate for us the way you did in the Bible days? And God clearly told me, Kisha, it's a different time. It's a different day. I do things in a different way. Wow, that was powerful. It's a different time. It's a different day. I do things in a different way. While you're asking about you, what about you? What about your family? What about the things that you love, the things that you desire, the things that you want? I'm telling you that I'm doing it. It's just not the way. It's just not the same. It's a completely different century. It's a completely different time. Things were totally not like what they are now. And so I can't operate the same way that I did. Now, I can still bring a healing. I can still manifest purpose through it. I can still bring about a result, but it may not manifest the exact same way. Yes, some people I will heal. Yes, some things I will completely change the situation in that person's favor. And it looks like what they wanted the outcome to be. But in your situation, I had to do it a completely different way. Wow. All I could think was, well, okay, God, I see what they say about you're not supposed to question God, because he will give you the answer that you're not quite expecting. So I wanted to encourage you. Even like me, if you're hearing the Bible stories, if you're hearing the miracles that God is working present day, even in the COVID-19 pandemic, and it's not really working out for you that way. Your business isn't going that way. Your marriage isn't going that way. Your child isn't going that way. Your family member isn't being healed. Your situation is not completely turning around and lining up the way that you're asking God to do it. Remember this, it's a different time. He's doing it a different way. It is a different time. He's doing it a different way. And I promise you, he would do it in a way that you, my friend, will arise to fulfill the purpose for which he created. He allowed it to happen. That means it's necessary. Remember, all week long, it's a different time. He's doing it a different way. and it's going to work out for you. I love y'all, and I will see you guys next Tuesday.